We're back with some more Firework. Previously, we investigated Tyan's residency, and we found out some information. The family was poor. Grandpa has some regrets about the family being poor as well. They all magically died to rat poison while eating. And then the grandma hung herself. I think it was the grandma. And also, we suspect the doctor has something to do with it. Because the teacher said she's looking into the case as well. And she suspects the doctor. And what else happened? Oh, yeah. The grandpa punched the doctor and broke his ribs. That's a thing that happened as well. And now we're back at the clinic, and it seems like we're going to find out what happened to Mr. E, which is the doctor. The family furniture is blocking the way. So I guess now we're going to see if he holds a grudge against the family, and maybe he killed the whole family. This is a key hanging in the cabinet. I'm going to take it. So that was a small recap of what happened in the last 2.5 hours. Especially for those watching on the Stream Archive channel, which, if you haven't seen the channel, there is a link in the chat which you can check out if you missed anything. I upload all the stuff from the stream there in higher content and higher audio quality. The key unlocks the door. Great. Mrs. Chen? This is strange. This isn't Yi's Xinjiang clinic. So whose clinic is this? I remember this place. This is the People's Hospital of Qingche City. Oh yeah, they did say they brought the sick son to a different hospital? The People's Hospital. How did we get here? I don't know. I always feel weird after entering Tian's house. It was like entering an illusion. It's Zhao Yongyan. Who is she visiting? Let's follow her. Who is Zhao Yongyan? Why can't ghosts just write down what happened? Maybe they did, but maybe the doctor burnt the evidence. Open the door? No, I'm not just going to break into a random room. I'm going to start it with a 03. You hear a conversation. I heard that a doctor who was beaten up came here a few days ago. Yikes, he even had broken ribs. It's not easy to be a doctor these days. It's quiet in the room because they noticed the face of a policeman in the doorway. You hear a conversation in the room. The doctor beaten up in the door is from Qingtan, right? Yep, someone died under his care. I have relatives in Qingtan. They said the patient who died didn't do much good in his life and got his retribution. It's quiet in the room. That was important. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't hear. All this over AA batteries? Listen. Okay, you have a point. Dr. Yi, I'm Tian Yu's widow, Zhao Yongyan. Okay, I see. I'm really sorry for your husband. Dr. Yi, I know you're a responsible doctor. It wasn't your fault. If he had gone to the hospital earlier rather than taken his parents' home remedy, things wouldn't have ended up this way. Dr. Yi, how are you feeling now? My ribs were set. They're still hurt occasionally, but I'm fine. I'm sorry you have to go through these. My father-in-law might demand compensation in a few days after breaking your ribs. I've saved some money over these years. You can use it to deal with it. I can't take your money. I don't have a family to care for. You do. Dr. Yi. You don't need to sympathize with me. I feel less guilty this way. By the way, Mrs. Zhao, I heard some rumors when I was in the hospital. You are not from Qingdan, are you? Nuh-uh. I'm from around here. I'm like you. My parents are locals, but I'm not. I've heard about that. People have said that no secret could remain undiscovered in Qingdan town. It seems to be true. Mrs. Zhao, the hospital is full of people. They will talk about your visit here. You should probably go. I appreciate your kindness. Dr. Yi, take good care of yourself. Thank you for visiting me. My injury isn't too bad. I missed what he said earlier. Some people in town have been visiting me occasionally. If they see you, they may think you're here for trouble. We're back at the Tian's house again. Mrs. Chen, did you catch on the rumors they mentioned just now? Yes, I've heard some rumors about Yi Jingchen. Yi Jingchen isn't from Qingdan. He was adopted. And... oh, that skipped really quickly. I didn't see what it said. Trafficked. Are there any rumors about Yao Yan? There are many rumors about her. Some people said she was tricked into coming to Qingdan. Some said that she was married Tian Yu for his money. Some people even say that she behaved strangely after Tian Yu died, as if she'd lost her mind. As you saw now, Zhao Yongyan was a kind-hearted person. She wasn't obsessed with money and she wouldn't kill her own family. She's right. But Yi Jingchen didn't seem like a bad person either. He's also right. So who killed the whole family? Don't tell me that's the daughter. Now there is no way. Daughter too nice. We won't get any conclusion arguing like this. But I have a gut feeling that we're getting closer to the truth about the Tan family's case. Could be overdose. Who puts rat poison in a cake? I agree. Maybe the truth will be found here. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Somebody's playing sneaky games. There is a damaged doodle on the wall. Well, I got it. Obtain damaged doodle. What can you do with this doodle? You can inflict damage. That's what can you do. I guess it belongs here. Oh, I guess it belongs to me. Damaged family portrait. I can combine items, by the way, so. Or not. Oh, look at that. The hair from the morgue came back. You can see hair strings. We're back at the morgue? A happy family. Chapter 4. Accumulated sins. Oh, this is not creepy at all. This is strange. What is this place? Look like a photo studio. I heard that Zhao Yongyan used to work in a photo studio. Tian Yu met her there. What's wrong? Nothing. Officer, you tend to keep your thoughts in your mind. You can tell me if something's wrong. Listen, I can't just tell you my mind, because you could also be the killer of the family. Mrs. Chen, I hope you won't mind what I'm about to say. I think you know the Tan family too well. Now, if she knows that I suspect them, she's not gonna tell anything. It seems to me that you've gone out of your way to investigate them. You had come to Qingtan and covered a story previously, right? You seem to know a lot. You're right. I was a newspaper journalist before coming here as a volunteer teacher. After the case occurred, I investigated the Tan family. It was an old habit from my previous job. That's why you said you'd send the evidence you found to the press. Since I've spilled the beans about myself, can you tell me how you found out about my previous visit to Qingtan to cover a story here? It's complicated. I'll tell you later. Hey, you can't do that. I answered your question. And I'm a police officer. Hey, who did that? I think I heard the sound of a camera shutter. Mrs. Chen, let's investigate this place first. Okay, you have to answer my question after the investigation is done. A questioner for a question. It's fair. Whoa, what a jump scare. A toy dog that can make noises. Time for the morgue to visit the barber shop, I guess so. There is a photo coming out of there. What the heck is this photo? Blasphemy! This is blasphemy! It's a photo sticker. It's popular these days. When I was in university, girls in my class loved taking these. The theme of the photo was set in advance. What do students like this kind of thing anyways? I don't look good in this photo. It makes me look fat. Mrs. Chen, look, in this photo there is something behind us. A black photo frame. Let's deal with it. But there are no frames in the backdrop. Maybe something wrong with the backdrop. Let's investigate. Obtain photo sticker. I'm gonna go investigate the wall. I'm sure it'll... Oh, that thing. I'm gonna go investigate that thing. The backdrop is made of paper. Let's tear it apart. There's no consequences here. I got a backdrop fragment. A happy family, and then it's a picture frame of a window. Okay. Young Yun, look at the house my dad built for us. It's so spacious. This place has great feng shui too. You can see mountains and weather and waters as you open the window. Oh, I literally put the fragment that I just tore into the window. It looks a bit empty. I think we should get some flowers and plants to decorate it. Yao Yang, you're a photographer, so you understand this better than I do. Can you take care of this? Yes, sorry. I got the flowers. Do we just tear everything off the wall? There is a basket of flowers in full bloom on the ground. I got the flowers. Oh wait, there's a vase there? No vase will escape my wrath. A vase of flowers is in full bloom. Oh yeah, beautiful. This looks beautiful. 5 more flowers? I don't think any flowers escaped me, did they? Wait, there is flowers behind the machine? A lot of memories with Tian Yu are left here. These memories seem sweet, but unlike photos, they can't be preserved forever. Oh yeah, there's flowers on the door. Are they real, or is the door made out of paper? A decorative door with a bouquet hanging from it. I love the tearing sound effect. I really love it. Press C. There you go. Doesn't look out of place at all. The room looks a lot better now. You're definitely a professional. I'm glad you could tell. Oh yes, Yao Yan. The baby is about to come to the world. We have to prepare some toys, small toys. You have good taste. Pick some toys. I'm sorry, dog. I'm so sorry, dog. A toy dog is popular among children. You know what that means. My toy dog now. What, there is a baby with some balloons? My baby with balloons now. A cute doll. Children love to take pictures with her. I got the doll. I'm gonna leave the balloons there. You can see an indentation on the wall where the doll used to be. There you go. This is so happy. Yao Yang, thanks for your hard work. Our kid will love it. By the by, my parents mentioned that you are probably exhausted running the photo studio alone. You can move to my hometown, then you can focus on caring for our kid. Don't worry about money. My dad has asked someone to find me a job. I'll start earning money once they start the job. My past is riddled with holes. Will my future be fulfilling? A professional paper ripper. Hey, if you're a piece of paper, you better run when you see that woman with her grabby hands. Watch out for the jump scare. Yao Yang, hurry up. Hurry up and find the passbook. Mom, what happened? Mrs. Zhang was arrested by the police. Your father-in-law and I are thinking about paying some people to meet her again. This is bad. How can I see you in the future? Mom, don't worry. How much do you need? It doesn't matter. How much do we have? Okay, Mom. I'll go get the money now. Uh-oh, troublemakers. This is like an absurd drama. It feels like my husband has died again. But I'm not as sad as I was when it happened the first time. I even feel a sense of relief. The made-up Tian Yu is like a bottomless pit, but they madly throw their money and energy into it. I'm afraid of this madness. I'm afraid it'll devour Fang Fang. And now, this madness has finally come to an end. By everybody eating a rat poison cake, I think. Actually, didn't say a cake, but maybe just rat poison in general. Excuse me. There are two paper dolls sitting in the seats in front of the TV. Okay. I hope you enjoy your show. Uh-oh, it seems like somebody put a tape of a brick wall in front of the door. And I don't have a professional paper ripper. The wall seems to be torn open. A scarlet brick wall is revealed behind it. Oh wait, the door was a paper. Now I'm truly tricked. Door is locked. Uh-oh. A portrait appears on the wall out of nowhere. I heard a voice behind me and also this door. Is that blood? There's a crack in the wall. Dare I open it? Sure. What is that? 1-2 or what is it? Wall fragment 2. There's a painting here. There's a diary with a combination lock on the table. There might be clues to the combination. Wait, there's another tear in the wall. Wait, I just noticed the tear in the wall on the bed looked like a person. How did I not notice it before? So what's this one? Wall fragment 1. The tearing in the wall looked like a child. Can I combine the fragment? It seems the pattern on the two pieces of the paper can be combined. I'll put them together and take a look. Obtain 2 notes. Can I really combine them? Can't really move them. I can put them at the same page, but not combine. Oh wait, I'm supposed to combine the... okay, so if we combine both the blue and the red, it would be 9, 2, 2. Alright. Not really much of a puzzle, but oh well. 9, 2, 2. Diary's unlocked. 922. That's Fang's birthday. The style of the cover page doesn't look like a child's diary. Perhaps this is Zhao Yongyang's diary. Let's see what's written inside. 19th of May. Today, father and mother went to visit Old Lady Zhang. Old Lady Zhang was arrested for fraud and superstitious activities. She might be in prison for a long time. I had no idea what father and mother said to Old Lady Zhang, but they looked less distressed on the way back. 26th of May. Fang Fang's artwork. Miss Chen said Fang Fang had talent in arts. She could try participating in some competitions. It would help her further her education. And then there is a drawing of a happy family. Look how happy they are. So happy. Oh, didn't mean to do that. 2nd of June, a few days ago, mother said she wanted to spend more time with Fang Fang. She wanted Fang Fang to sleep with her that night. I wanted to see Fang Fang in mother's room, but the room door was locked. 9th of June. I don't know if I'm being paranoid, but I always feel that someone is watching me. Stupid bird. I found a dead crow in our yard this morning. I buried it. I buried her. "16th of June. Today, as a sapling grew from the place where the crow was buried. It's gonna be a crow tree. It's gonna be a tree that makes like ha noises. Some of the leaves on the sapling had turned yellow. It looked ugly, if not pruned. Let's cut them. I'm gonna cut them. I'm actually moving the scissors. There you go. Yao Yan. Zhao Yongyan. Zhao Yongyan. Welcome back, Mom. Oh, whoa. Zhao Yongyan. Am I losing frame rate or what's going on? Program seems to be fine, so I guess that's from the game. Yao Yang. Mom. So that's my grandma. Why are you staying up so late? I felt like someone was on the balcony just now, so I come to and have a look. The plants seem to move. There are a few dried leaves on the ground that have just been trimmed off. That is Yu's favorite plant. Before Mrs. Zhang was arrested, Yu had often asked about this plant through her. Perhaps Yu was worried about it, so he came back to have a look. I'll ask the witch in the neighboring town tomorrow. I have been uneasy ever since Mrs. Zhang was arrested. Mom, don't worry. Dad should be able to find a solution. You're right, Yao Yan. The balcony is windy. Don't catch a cold and get some rest early. You too. Why is the frame rate so funny? Oh, there we go. So this game engine, I believe is like RPG game maker engine or something. So sometimes it happens, like in Fear and Hunger, I lose frames and then I just open the menu, close it, and it's gone. I don't know what that's about. Or I guess not. I guess it's still laggy. I thought it's made in the RPG engine anyway. I don't remember. Or maybe it was a different game I tested today. The sound of eating is coming from the kitchen. Open the door? Nope. What about this red door? The person in the portrait disappeared, leaving only the black background. Alright, I guess we're gonna go back to the kitchen. And frame rate is back. Good. Our love is harder than metal. Where have I heard that saying before? Or maybe we didn't. The diary is locked by a chain, and there is a ring in the groove of the lock. We need another ring to unlock the diary. Oh, aren't you smart? I've passed the woods when I came to the Tian's house. This is Tian's family ancestral graveyard. After the Tian family died, they were buried here. Do you have a ring? A dark path leads to the graveyard. Sure. I don't mind leaving the house for just a moment. Follow me, Mrs. Chen. Mrs. Chen, what's wrong? I think I heard Fan Fan's voice. She asked me to follow her. Follow her? I don't know what she meant. But it's foggy and there are a lot of branches on the road here. It'd be easy to get lost. We need to pay attention to the surroundings. Yeah. Don't worry, getting lost is my expertise. So I'd guess it would be the small tombstone because, you know, Fang Fang is small. Keep going. If you pointed me over there, there's a note. A piece of paper is stuck in the tree trunk. My body will not rot into mud. Like a bird, I'll die in the sky. Yeah, we've already read that earlier. I've alluded to it when we were a bird. I've seen this poem at the crime scene. I heard that Zhao Yongyan's suicide note. I wonder what happened on the day of the incident that caused Zhao Yongyang to leave such a suicide note. I believe we'll find the answer soon. You want me to go in here? Okay. I will listen to the creepy doll. Just because it's creepy doesn't mean that it has malicious intentions. By the way, there's the sapling. Oh, with the cut leaves. So that's where the crow was buried. And it's a fish. Who knew? There's a plate of fish in front of the grave. A red scale is particularly eye-catching. I'm gonna take it. Ew. Hey, there's a ring inside the fish. A pale finger appeared from opening. Oh, it's a finger! Oh, I just realized I'm looking at a finger. A pale finger appeared from the opening. There's a ring on the finger. Is that evidence? Should I submit this fish into evidence? Paper dolls appeared at a distance. Their gazes are cold. Yeah, because I'm doing death debt or whatever it's called. I just took something from a dead person. To be frank, I should have been in trouble. The fish took the dead stuff first, not me. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the kitchen and open the box. And by box, I mean this diary. "7th of July. Someone had secretly eaten the fish in the kitchen again. I could not remember how many times it was. Tianu was the only person who loved to eat fish other than Fanfang. I had no intention to scare myself, but what is going on? 14th of July. I found some cigarette stubs while cleaning up the house. The only person who smoked in this house was Tianyu. What's going on? Was Tianyu back? 21st. 21st of July. I went to the bathroom to get some sleeping pills, otherwise I could not sleep. I started to believe that Tianyu had returned. He must be watching me in the corner. I couldn't stand it anymore. Tianyu was around me. He's back. Was he really back? Yo Yang, I miss you. Seems like my husband is back. I remember someone... Oh. Mom. Don't be this creepy, Mom. Yo, Yang. My leg is in pain again. Will you do me the pharmacy and pick up some medicine? Go to one of the west of the town. Don't go to Yi's clinic. Sure. Get some rest, Mom. Don't push yourself too hard. It's an old injury. I'll be fine. Yao Yan. You don't look well lately. Are you alright? I'm fine, Mom. It's probably because I haven't been sleeping well. By the way, Mom, about Fang Fang going to school in the city, what do both of you think? Mrs. Chen told me that since Fang Fang has won a city's contest, applying for a school in the city should be easy. It's not convenient for me to go to the city, and your father-in-law isn't willing to go. We only have a few more years to live. We'd like to spend more time with Fang Fang. Can you let her stay in town for a few more years? Okay. But I want what's best for my child. Should I leave my parents so I can get better education for my child? My mother-in-law wouldn't allow me to go to Dr. Yi's clinic to get medicine. The other pharmacy in the west of the town. Keep going left and you'll get there. I love how she says Mom doesn't allow, and it's just like a brick wall. We literally cannot disobey. What's going on? Uncle Wang, I would like a pack of cigarettes. Why are you staring at me? What's the matter? Have you seen a ghost? You don't recognize me? I'm Tianyu. Tianyu? You're switched off your lights at night. No wonder you cannot recognize me. Stop staring at me. Give me my cigarettes. I'm in a hurry. Sure. Oh, I forgot to bring a lighter. Would you give me a light? You really want to smoke? Uncle Wang, why are you acting weird today? Are you refusing to give me a light? No, here you go. That's weird. Why is it not lighting up? Let me try. Uncle Wang, why am I here? Who gave me this pack of cigarettes? Yo Yang, you bought it. You were alone this whole time. No one else was with you. I don't have a strong heart. Don't scare me like that. Is that foreshadowing that he's gonna die to a heart attack? Mom is getting more and more weird lately. She takes care of the flowers that Dad planted. Smokes the cigarette that Dad smoked. And does a lot of things Dad liked to do. By the way, Dad, is that Dad on the left? Sure looking creepy with that drooping eyes. What happened to Mom? If I had to guess, I think Dad is sharing her body. As in, they're both occupying the same body. Press Z to fold the doodle. Yep, same person, like I mentioned. So that's why people thought she was mentally unwell. So, Yao Yan was possessed by Tan Yu's spirit? Yeah, good luck using that as evidence. This is absurd. No wonder Wang Jing, he said Zhao Yongyan was mad after Tan family murder case. I would think the same thing if I see it, but I still think something doesn't make sense. Don't you see something strange about this? Every time Zhao Yongyang behaved weirdly, her mother-in-law was nearby. Yeah, that's right. As if she was secretly monitoring her. So I guess that would explain the feeling being watched. And also, that's kind of weird that she said not to go to Yi's clinic, isn't it? It could be a coincidence. Being in the same place while living under the same roof is pretty normal. Unless the coincidence happened again, then it's not a coincidence. Uh-oh. Is Zhao Yongyan back? This is Zhao Yongyang's bedroom. If this was her, she'd just walk in. She wouldn't have knocked. I'll see who it is. By the way, does this policeman has a gun? Because what if the doctor ambushes me? I still don't trust the doctor. A distorted human figure has appeared outside the door. You're unable to identify the person. There are two shadows dividing the light shining through the seam. Someone is standing outside the door. Oh hey, that's the shoes from the coffin in the beginning of the game. The person is coming in through the door. Find a place to hide. How about this bed? Oh, that was fast. Miss Jen, hide in the closet. Oh, okay. Did I manage to hide in time? A distant voice. Mom? Dad? Fang Fan? Food is ready. I guess Huey's back. But why did he look at the closet creepily? Whew, that was close. I think I heard a Fang Fang's voice just now. I felt like she pulled me into the closet. I felt that too. I feel like Fang Fang has been helping us even at the Ancestral graveyard. By the way, did you see who that person was? It should be Tian Yan Rong. He said mom and dad though. But if Tian Rang Rong has a key, why did he knock before entering? I think he was checking if anyone was in the room. See, I knew that Yao Yan's in-laws were suspicious. Maybe they were behind Zhao Yongyan's spirit possession. Anyway, let's continue investigating the vicinity. Tian Yongrong might have left something here. We heard him touch the paper. Leap over the candle and leave the room. Investigate So did you decode what the game is about? Come back. Well, we know a family is dead. Parents shed tears dancing in their clothes. The wife and the daughter faces are filled with sorrow. I yearn my son, and day and night hope his soul will return. Someone saw him outside the window. I believe that's when the grandpa and grandma were weeping over the dead husband or son. Come back, come back. The underworld is dangerous. Come back, come back. The water under Nai Bridge is cold. There's a black bridge up ahead. Is there anything under the bridge? Nope. A river covered in mist is ahead of you. I guess I'll cross the bridge. Illuminate the road ahead with bright candles. Bribe the ghost guards with spirit money. Leave your money here and you shall pass. Leave here if you did not take money with you. Press C to hand over the money. Sprinkle brown rice on the path home. Guide the spirit back with a plain flag. Am I repeating the same thing? I'll go the other way. Now I'll go this way. Did we find something? Where did Mrs. Chen go? That Chen. A dilapidated ship is docked near the bank. Come back to your warm home. Come back to your family's embrace. Damn, that's kind of creepy. Tiangang wrong. We put in a lot of effort to be reunited. We can't afford any mistake. Yao Yan, the fish is steaming on the stove. Keep an eye on the fire in case it goes out. Well, that's not good. So who is that dead over there? Sinner. Though he did not rob graves, he benefited from them. His sins are unforgivable. He will suffer 163.84 million years of dismemberment in his father's stead. He must not leave until his term is due. That is unfortunate. On the slate lies a bloody person. The ring on his hand is particularly conspicuous. This is the ring that pairs with Zhao Yongyan's. Is this person Tian Yu? Well, if he is paying for the sins of his fathers, so I guess he is. Provide the flesh to stay. Seal the wandering soul in the embrace of your wife. Yo Yang, eat the fish. It's delicious. Your mom made this especially for you. Wait, we found a ring in one of the fish. Tian Yu was being tortured here all along. There is no way he could possess Zhao Yaoyan. Then what was summoned by the Tians? Was Zhao Yaoyan really possessed? Tian Fanfang, Grandpa, Grandma. Mom doesn't like fish. Don't force her to eat it. No, your dad likes fish. Hurry up, you will definitely like it. Come on, dig in. Eat it. Eat. It said to eat you. Eat. Wait, so she ate a part of you, and that's how she became possessed. Mom, the fish is really delicious. Where did Yao Yan go? Wait, did they literally switch bodies? She wasn't possessed. She literally switched. Which would mean that you murdered his whole family, not Yao Yan. So he probably learned what they did, and he was like, damn. But why kill Fanfang? The couple is united forever. Relive their joyful life. Scorching flames suddenly rise from the brazier next to the slate. The diary in the brazier has been burned to pieces. The plastic lock has melted due to the high temperature. The diary cannot be opened because the melted lock is stuck into the pages inside. I don't know if something new was written on it. And I'm not sure if Zhao Yongyan was really possessed by something, or for some reason she pretended to be possessed by Tian Yu and deceived everyone. This diary is like a pawn that has been used and abandoned. The secrets inside might be buried forever in this endless hell with Tian Yu. So was she pretending to be Tian Yu, or was she really possessed? Hey, do you still want to continue investigating Tan's family murder case? Is that Mrs. Chen? No, that's a mirror. That's the vase girl, isn't it? An old dusty cloth is covering a full-length mirror. The mirror is reflecting a familiar figure. Is that my dad or my colleague? Yo, it's been a long time. Last time I saw you, you were still in the police academy, right? What case were you working on? A murder case in which the body was hidden. Oh yeah, you helped the police find the body. I heard that you were given an exception to transfer to the criminal investigation department right after you graduated because of this. This police uniform suits you quite well. Why are you here? Hey, why are you so obsessed with the Tan family's case? Does it matter who the murderer is? They're dead anyway. I'm a cop now. It's my duty to bring justice to the dead. Where did you learn that cliché? Even if you find the murderer, will it do you any good? Remember, you have to handle more big cases and collect more honors. Give up this case. There is a bigger case right in front of you. What case? You know it. I don't know what you're talking about. Then answer me. Why did you allow Chen Qingshai to get involved in the investigation? She knows the family well. She knows the Tan family very well. I believe she can provide a lot of clues. You're avoiding the main point. Whoops. She's really reliable. She seems reliable and she's helped a lot. Oh please, who would believe these excuses? I know you don't want to answer my question. You haven't changed at all. Like you like to keep secrets. Let me tell you, by allowing Chen Qingshai to join you in the investigation, you can take the opportunity to learn more about the tomb robbery Tian Yingrong partook in. You know it's a big case. If you can bring down the entire grave robbing syndicate, you'll gain a lot of contributions. Shen Qingshai and Fang Fang were close, so you want to get more clues from Chen Qingshai. Did I get you wrong? I know exactly what you're thinking. I'm different now. Yes, you grew a little taller and a little more mature, but you still haven't changed. You need more approval and honors. I know that nothing will come out from investigating the Tian family's murder case, but I want to get the answers to the questions that have been bothering me the whole time. It's right here. What's the question? Since you can read my mind, why ask me? Lin Lixin, you can't change the outcome of the case. Lixin! 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 This place is the Criminal Investigation Department. I don't suppose Mrs. Chen is here. All right. There are some materials on the Tan family's case in the cabinet. Which would you like to pick up? The poison and fingertips. Oh, that's a really long name. Tets, commonly known as the rat poison, was detected in Zhao Yongyang's sleeping pills. Some of the capsules inside the medicine bottle were filled with the rat poison. The sleeping pills were purchased from the town's clinic 3 months before the incident. Poisonous components were not detected in the same batch of sleeping pills. This basically ruled out the possibility of poisoning by the clinic staff. There are 3 different fingerprints on the bottle cap. One is from Zhao Yongyan. The other fingerprint are still being matched. Obtain the fingerprints on the bottle. Okay, so the mother... Oh, but the other fingerprint is so small. Would it be the Fang Fang? There's no way the child is the murderer. I already suggested it once, though. As a joke, but... Oh gee. And also there was another big one. That could probably be Mr. Wrong. The grandpa. Let's read the motive. The townspeople said that Zhao Yongyan behaved strangely before the incident. She was suspected to suffer from schizophrenia. There weren't any obvious conflicts within the Tian family. Combining the note suspected to be Zhao Yongyang's suicide note that has left at the crime scene, we speculate she suffered from mental illness and had suicidal thoughts long before the incident. In conclusion, Zhao Yongyan had been suicidal for a long period of time. Due to her mental illness, she put the poison she intended to commit suicide with inside the congi. This caused the death of the 3 other members of the Tyne family. I mean, that's the official rhetoric. And Mrs. Chen believes this to be different. Outsiders have not idea that the Tyne family has been had a strained relationship. Even Zhao Yongyang's madness could be a disguise. But if I share these facts with Captain Liu, will they believe me? Damn it, everybody's a suspect. I suspect everyone. I put you all under arrest. Oh yeah, this phone. Funnily enough, where the phone stands, there was a drawing of the little girl. Hello, this is Chen. Hello, Mrs. Chen. This is Zhao Yongyan. Mrs. Zhao, Fan Fang's transfer has been approved. Thank you so much, Mrs. Chen. I didn't do much. Fang Fang is a good kid. Seeing the outside world will create much more opportunities for her development. By the way, are Fang Fang's grandparents okay with it? Last time you said that her grandparents did not want her to leave the town. They ended up agreeing with the idea. Nuh-uh. I don't think they were. Maybe we have a motive right here. Good to hear that. Mrs. Chen, I also found the thing you were looking for. I'll send it to you when I get a chance. Mrs. Zhao, you're a great help. I'm the one who should thank you. Without your help, Fan Fang and I would not be able to leave this place. Oh, they're coming back soon. Keep in touch. Mrs. Chen! You disappeared again. I've been looking all over for you. Mrs. Chen, what is the thing you were looking for that Zhao Yongyan mentioned? Since you found out, I'll tell you about it. When I was a journalist, I came to Qingtan to cover a story. I heard that Xiang Yangrong and Wang Jinkai were selling cultural relics, aka grave robbing. The press asked me to come to Qingtan under the guise of a volunteer teacher. After further investigation, I discovered that Tian Yangrong used to work in a bank. He habitually recorded each transaction on his ledger. Tian Yangrong had some big-name clients, so you can guess how important this ledger was to him. So you used Fang Fang to approach the Tian family. Because of Fang Fang, Xiao Yongyan and I slowly got to know each other. She wanted to take Fang Fang out of Qingtan, but Tian Yangrong and his wife wouldn't allow her. So I made a deal with Zhao Yongyan. She helped me find the ledger, and I promised her that once Tian Yangrong and his accomplices were arrested, she could leave Qingtan with Fang Fang safely. Mrs. Chen, have you got the ledger? Before I could get it, Fang Fang's family had been murdered, and I don't know where the ledger is. Now many things are starting to make sense. Officer, what did you find out from your investigation? She's still a suspect. I really shouldn't share the information with her. Sorry, Mrs. Chen. Since you've shared so much information, I don't want to hide anything from you. But this isn't the time. I still need to investigate something important. Where? I found information in the bottle that contained the poison, and on the bottle cap there are 3 fingertips. Perhaps the key to solve the Tian's family case lies in these 3 fingertips. Let's try to find a match for the fingerprints in the Tian's family house. I think he did a smart move. He didn't tell her, and also, the way he said it would make her not suspect that we're suspecting her. Even though even though it may be obvious that she's not the killer, still a good idea to keep our cards close to the chest. There is a fingerprint on the iron. That probably belonged to Young Yan. I don't have professional equipment at hand, so I can only use tapes to extract the fingerprint. I'll see if there is any tape first. Alright, where's the tape? In one of these? There's a roll of tape in the cabinet. Very convenient. Extremely convenient. It's as if somebody wanted me to find these fingerprints. Alright. I guess I'll take a sample of it from the iron. I got one. 2 more to go. But where will we find these? I have a feeling one of the fingerprints will be inside Fang Fang's room. Because again, one of the fingerprints were small, so I suspect that these might be a child's fingerprints. And the last one would be Yang Rong. Oh! The diary mentioned that Fang Fang slept with the grandma in the same room. They were probably worried that the soul summoning ritual would affect Fang Fang. Wait, whose fingerprints is that? I thought Fang Fang's room. I guess this is the grandma's room? There's a fingerprint on the clock with unique residue. Oh no, look at the cards. There is like lottery cards, which means this is probably Rong's room. The grandfather. The grandpa. I got fingerprint too. Well, that's 2 down, which only leaves either the grandma or the child. Wait. No, it's the fingerprint of the child! Might be the killer. There's a colorful fingerprint on the toy camera. Now, all the corresponding fingerprints on the bottle cap are collected. After matching the fingerprints, I should be able to figure out the culprit behind the poisoning. I mean, can't we really? If 3 people touch the bottle cap, doesn't that prove nothing? Doesn't it only prove that it could be one of the 3? How can we deduct out of the 3? Chapter 5, The Bird. We have confirmed Zhao Yongyang's fingerprint. We can start matching the 3 fingerprint samples that I have collected just now. I'm gonna choose the first one. That's the mother. Fingerprints matched. Fang Fang. Mom, what are you doing? Nothing. Have you finished your homework? Yes, I finished it. Mom, are you sick? I'm okay. These are sleeping pills. They should help me sleep. Can I have one, Mom? You're a kid. You don't have enough worries to keep you up all night. Will all of your worries be gone after having this? Yeah, I wake up without any worries. I see. That's why you look a lot happier lately. Oh yeah, my birthday's coming soon. Of course I remember. I'll buy you a big cake. Yes! Listen to me. Kids cannot take this medicine. Fang Fang is a good kid, so don't touch it, okay? Okay, I won't touch it. Why are you talking about your child in 3rd person, Mom? Now match the fingerprint on the bottle cap in the middle. That would be 3. That would be Fang Fang. Judging by its size, this is a child fingerprint with some traces of crayon on it. The red crayon from class. This is probably Fang Fang's fingerprint. Fang Fang's fingerprint. Okay, it sounds like she's taking them out. She's not doing anything odd with it. So Yao Yan wanted to kill the grandma and grandpa, but for whatever reason, the child took one. Maybe, who knows? Hello, Sieves. Why would Fang Fang steal the sleeping pills? Let's match the last fingerprint. Fingerprints matched. The residue in front of the fingerprint is quite unique. That's the residue from the scratch-off part of the lottery ticket. This fingerprint is probably from Tian Yang Rong, like I suspected. Tian Yang Rong. Hey, are you sure you want to do this? I think I can handle seeing you once a week. Don't you want to see you every day? Of course I do, but... You've seen it yourself. She's really possessed by Lu. Mrs. Zhang said if Yo Yang's soul leaves her body when we summon Yu's soul over, he can stay in her body forever. What? When we summon Yu's soul over, he can stay in her... But wasn't she arrested? That way, our son will live with us. Don't worry, the poison I got is strong. They will die quietly, so the body can remain complete. Wasn't that the Zhang, Mrs. Zhang? Wasn't she arrested for being a hag or like a bad actor? And I remember earlier they said Mrs. Yo Yang could be pretending. So maybe she's pretending and they think it's real because of the hag. But why kill? So it was the grandma and grandpa that killed the whole family. Poisoning an adult to death, I'm afraid we'll get caught. If anyone asks, just say that our daughter-in-law has gone mad and committed suicide by taking rat poison. I've told Wang Jingkai he'll testify. Is he trustworthy? We have worked together for many years. He never leaked anything. If I get caught, he won't get away as well. Alright then. Tian Yan Rong is the one who poisoned. I told you Zhao Yong-ya was innocent. She wouldn't ever harm Fan Fang. Miss Jen, it shouldn't be that simple. Tian Yang Rong laced the sleeping pills with poison. He knew Zhao Yo Yan was the only person who took them. He was a very cautious person. He wouldn't put the poison into the kongi. Then who put the poison in the kongi? The only other person who touched it was a small child. I only have one speculation. The Tian's family murder case was an accident, but it was also the inevitable result of an accumulation of conflicts. Do you mean? It began with the death of Tian Yu. Tian Yu died from epilepsy. After his death, the Tian family grieved for a long time. Missing their son, Tian Yu's mother, He Gulian, repeatedly asked Mrs. Zhang, a witch, to summon Yu's soul. And the catalyst to the events was Mrs. Zhang's arrest. I guess after Mrs. Zhang was arrested, Tian Yang Rong paid her to get the soul summoning method. Soul summoning requires a living person for the soul to attach itself to. Zhao Yo Yang was the best choice for the Tians. So they fed her a finger of him? Maybe Fang Fang overheard the secret regarding their soul summoning plans. And she told Zhao Yongyan about this. So Zhao Yongyan decided to play along and pretended to be possessed by Tan Yu. Well, that would explain the pretending part. Wait a minute. Why did Zhao Yongyan pretend to be Tan Yu? Mrs. Chen, do you forget? Tan Yongrong and his wife didn't allow Fang Fang to study in the city at first, but then they suddenly agreed. Could it be Zhao Yongyan pretended to be Tan Yu so she could persuade them? Yes, Zhao Yongyan hoped to bring Fang Fang out of this town, but her in-laws didn't allow it. And the only person in the family who could convince the grandparents was the deceased Tan Yu. Zhao Yongyang's plans went well, and Fang Fang was allowed to study in the city. However, she underestimated how much her in-laws missed Tan Yu. The soul summoning ritual can only be held once in 7 days. But Tan Yingrong wanted to see Tan Yu every day, which triggered his murderous plan. So, the actual person who put the poison in was Yongrong. She was the person who witnessed everything but couldn't understand what happened. Mrs. Chen, you should know who I'm talking about. No. I don't understand. Are they alluding the child killed him? No, that's impossible. This is currently the most reasonable explanation. The fingerprints on the bottle cap aren't the key to solving the case. The order of the fingerprints is. Fang Fang stole the sleeping pills after Tan Yangrong laced them with poison. What she stole was poison. If I'm correct, that's what happened on the day of the incident. Yao Yuan. Mom? Yao Yuan, I've had a cough over the last few days. Will you get me the medicine? The one from Kangjia and Jian. That brand's medicine works well. Okay. Also, Aunt Lee said that you went to Yi again for medicine. How many times have I told you not to go to his clinic? Mom, his clinic is legitimate and the medicine is good and cheap. Legitimate, my ass. He couldn't even treat you. Hurry up. All right. And then she put the poison pills into the food. I had a small suspicion that the child was the killer. Not gonna lie. I alluded to it once or twice. My grandparents have never smelled since Dad died. Grandma burns incense and prays to Buddha every day. Grandpa always hides on the balcony and cries secretly. I hope they'll stop being sad. I put the sleeping pills in. My grandma and grandpa said today is the soul summoning day. Actually, I know that Mom was pretending to be Dad, just like the old lady. Every time she pretended to be Dad, Mom had to eat fish, which she hated. Grandma said that Mom loves me and Dad very much, so she will do things that she doesn't like. Was it because she loved me that she ate the fish? But I don't want Mom to do things she doesn't like just because she loves me. I hope Mom can do what she likes. Mom said there would be no worries after taking the medicine. I hope that when I wake up, Mom, Grandma, and Grandpa will be happy. Oh no, she told her after she takes the pills, she wakes up with no worries. But these were laced with poison by the grandpa beforehand. So the poisoning of the whole family was just a... I mean, wouldn't it still kill if it was just regular sleeping pills, if it's a lot? Fang Fan? What are you doing? Mom forgot to turn off the stove when she went out, so I'm helping her watch it. She's too forgetful. Save some food for her. Let's eat first. So when she came back home, they were all dead, and out of shock, she just killed herself. Well, that explains it. But why do it with a telephone cord? Maybe that's the only thing she got her hands on. Mom, I'm back. Fang Fang? Fang Fang? Fang Fang! So technically nobody really is to blame. They all played into each other. Well, I guess I guess Young Rong is a little bit to blame because he's the one who brought the lethal sleeping pills. Mom, what are you doing? We're leaving this place after the National Day. I'm packing up your clothes. Mom, this white dress is gorgeous. Why didn't you wear it? Mom is too old for this. No, I think you're still young. Please wear this next time when we go to the park. I want to take photos of you. I'm really glad that you're such a sweet girl, Fan Fang. The dress is a bit wrinkled. Let me iron it. Oh, she's crying while doing it. You jinx! You're no good until you're dead! You have to die with us! Take the poison! Now! My body is not gonna rot in the mud. Will not rot into the mud. Like a bird, I'll die in the sky. What? So did the child commit suicide? Or no? Cause that wasn't young Yan. Why did this happen? Mrs. Chen, I'll try to report our finding to my superior. Yeah, of course he's gonna just believe all this superstition evidence you saw. But the evidence is lacking, so it's very likely that... I understand. That's not the result I want to see either. Would people believe that Fang Fang accidentally poisoned the family out of good intentions? That I'd only think that Fang Fang killed the whole family due to mischievousness? Sorry for taking all your time for nothing, Officer Lin. This place seems to have changed back. The sound of a door opening comes from the entrance. That's probably the doctor. Miss Chen, there is nothing left to be investigated. I want to tell you one more thing before we leave. I lied to you. Oh, who would have guessed? I got the ledger before the incident occurred, and I've sent it to the press. It's okay, Mrs. Chen. Handing it to the press is the same as handing it to us. It's good as long as we can expose Tan Yang Rong's transaction with his buyers. Let's go then. Well, at least you came clean. So the doctor really is just a nice guy? Why was he so interested earlier then? That does not add up. I don't think it's really that simple, is it? Officer Ling, I think I have left something back in the Tian's house. I'll be right back. Sure, I'll be waiting for you here. Who is it gonna be? Is that gonna be the doctor or the dead mom? The voice call record is shown on the voice. Hello, Queen Shi. Hi, Chief. It's me. Queen Shi, I received the ledger. No one else has read it, right? I'm the only one. Why are the names of our company executives on it? That happened a long time ago, and the laws weren't strictly enforced at the time. So, will their names be published? Queen Shi, some of the names on it can be made public. Some can't for now. And some can never be known to the public. The ball is in their court. You gave it to them. After all, it's good now that we've got the ledger, Queen Shi. You've done a fantastic job. The credit is not mine. I've heard about what happened to the Tian family. What a shame that we weren't able to thank Mrs. Zhao in person. Don't get too hung up on it, Queen Shi. Also, now that Tian Yang Rong is dead, the buyers might search his house for the ledger. It isn't safe for you to stay there. You should return as soon as possible. Chief, I have to prepare for class. Being a volunteer teacher is nothing but a disguise. Don't fall too deep into that role. I'll send someone to pick you up tomorrow. How does that sound? Can you give me 3 more days? I want to sort some stuff out. And I have another request. After the article is published, can you remove my name from it? Why? We'll talk when we meet, Chief. Okay, make sure you stay safe. Why was that in red? Don't tell me Louis is back and he's possessing the CEO. That would be too wacky. I don't know if I can handle another twist. Did Miss Chen made it back? Where did Mrs. Chen go? Have you seen Mrs. Chen? Don't tell me she was executed along with the evidence. How long has it been since she last came to school? Has she gone missing? How can she be missing? Greetings, residents. This is a notice for a missing person. They killed the teacher? Cheng Wing-shai, a local female primary school teacher, has been missing for 3 days. Mrs. Chen left school on the night of the 23rd. Her whereabouts are currently unknown. She was wearing a white blouse, long blue skirt, red hair band, and she was carrying a red umbrella when she disappeared. Which is the woman I saw. If any residents know the whereabouts of Mrs. Chen, please inform the office. In addition, we'll organize an aquatic search and rescue. We hope that seasoned swimmers and divers can practice actively. I'd also like to remind everyone that there has been a lot of rain during this season and the road near the river are slippery, so pay attention while driving. That's strange though. We always saw her with an umbrella, but I never really saw or heard rain. But her umbrella was always wet, according to the description every time we checked it. Missing Chang Wig-shai, female, age 27, grade 3 Chinese teacher in Quangtan Primary School. She was missing after leaving the school on the 23rd. Last seen wearing a white blouse, blue long skirt, red hairband, and carried a red umbrella. The 23rd is a day after the birthday of Fang Fang. Where do you think she went? I heard that it rained on the day she disappeared. Do you think it's possible that she fell into a river? Tian's granddaughter was Mrs. Chen's student. Nothing good has happened to anyone who got close to that family. Right, people have been saying that they received calls from Tian's daughter-in-law in the middle of the night. It also heard that the town is going to hold a memorial for Mrs. Chen. Why would they hold a memorial when they haven't even found the body? Mrs. Chen is young and single. It'd be obvious that she died away from home. If they had performed the ritual earlier, the spirits wouldn't have caused so much trouble. Well, first we investigated the murder case of what the game... Okay, I couldn't move earlier. I don't know why. So first we investigated the murder case of the Tian's family. And I guess now we're investigating the murder case of the teacher who was with me this whole time. Kids, what are you doing? We are looking for Miss Chen. People have been saying that Miss Chen fell into the water and drowned. We believe she'll come back. Grandma said if we release lanterns into the water, the people who fell into the water will follow the lanterns and find their way back. It's dangerous to go near the river. I'll help you release the lanterns. Okay, thank you, Mr. Officer. Wasn't that the melody that was on Fang Fang's wall? The farewell melody. Or not Fang Fang's wall. I think it was a mirror next to the kitchen. Chapter 6, Milky Way. So something else is going on here. Well, there she is. Miss Chen. Officer, what brought you here? I'm looking for you. So many people. Sorry for worrying you all. A lot of things have happened recently. My mind is a mess. All my troubles seem to disappear every time I come here. What is this place? This is an empty field behind my house. When I was little, I accidentally fell into a dry well while I was playing here. It was at night and I was very scared. I had no idea how much time had passed and I inadvertently looked up. And I saw something that I'd never forget for my whole life. I seemed to have forgotten my fear. I was just staring at the bright, starry sky. Then someone dropped a rope down to me. I slowly climbed up the rope. As I climbed closer to the top, my range of vision grew wider. As soon as I made it out of the dry well, the entire starry sky stretched out before me. But I didn't find the person who dropped the rope down, and I didn't tell my parents about this when I got home. I thought it was just an unforgettable childhood experience that stuck with me. But after spending some time in Quintan, I finally understood. Maybe she died at that well. The children here are like me when I was trapped in a well. Oh. Okay, so she didn't die in a well. They can look up and see a little part of the starry sky. I want to be the one who throws the rope to them. I want these children to go out and see the world. Well, now we're just trapped. Mrs. Chen, I know you want to help those children. They are also waiting for you to return. It's time. We can use this rope to climb out of here. By the way, Mrs. Chen, something just came to my mind. I promise you that I'll tell you how I obtained these clues when the Tynes family case is solved. There's no need. I got the gist of it. You're different from everyone else. This could be destiny. You're destined to be a cop who seeks justice for the dead. I try to be that person, Ms. Chen. I believe in you. By the way, officer, I can't climb up by myself. Will you climb up there, then drag me up? I'm not heavy. You can definitely do it. Oh my gosh. Alright, fine, I'll do it. I'm just such a nice guy. What can I say? I'm just... Why is it quiet? Is there gonna be a jump scare? The beautiful starry sky was drawing closer. It was so close, almost within reach. I start to understand how Mrs. Chen felt when she climbed up the well. I found myself wanting to share my feelings at that moment. But as I turned down, Miss Chen is gone. All I saw was the bottomless well with its water reflecting the starry horizon. Huh. Like the black moon we saw in that little puzzle. Well, maybe not a black moon because it didn't have these white sprinkles of the stars. Where did Mrs. Chen go? No one knows. Maybe she went somewhere far away and will return someday. Or maybe she has become one of the stars in the Milky Way. I got an achievement. I don't know what it is. It'll be funny if she was dead the whole time. I mean, maybe she is. You're finally awake. You fainted twice tonight. That's serious. Zeng, Captain Liu. Why am I here? Ha! You even asked the same question twice. You passed out in the bathroom. If no one had found you, you would have had to lie on the floor all night. Bathroom? Was there a broken mirror with a rose there? Yeah, there was one with a rose pattern. So that's around the beginning of the game. My speculation was right. I entered that world when I looked in the mirror in the bathroom of that Tynes house. Captain, is Luxon always like this? Did he bump his head? He just woke up. He's still trying to figure out what happened. Zhang, I have to report to our superiors about the case. Stay here and take care of Luxon. Captain, are there any progress on Tyne family's case? Luxon, do you know about that case? Yes, that's exactly why I went to the Tynes house to investigate. That's perfect. It'll save us time for explaining. Basically, there's a new suspect in the case. The child? Who is it? You probably met him before. The doctor? He's the doctor in the clinic, Yi Jingshan. I mean, but didn't we already rule out he's not a bad guy? Are there any evidence? We searched the Tian's house again and discovered that some of the salt in the kitchen was laced with rat poison. The bag of salt had been resealed and barely left any traces. This can never be done in just 1 or 2 attempts. The clue led us to the clinic storage room. We found large amount of similar salt packages there. It's likely that he practiced many times to ensure that the seal was intact. And Yi Jingshan had a motive for murder. I heard about the grudge between Tian Yangrong and Yi Jingshan. There's still something that doesn't make sense, though. Right, but there is no way to continue the investigation. The suspect is dead, I'm afraid. The case will become an unsolved case. Huh? The doctor is dead, but he treated me. Yi Jingshan is dead? Yeah, he was burned to death. It happened near the Tian's house. Yi Jingshan's car was completely burned. All that was left was the frame. We found a body in it suspected to be Yi Jingshan. It's been delivered to Mrs. Song for an autopsy. How did the car catch on fire? Well, you see, when we got hit by a car, I did hear a firework. There were a lot of fireworks in the car. Perhaps Yi Jingshan was transporting them from the city for someone else. We also found cigarette butts in the car. Yi Jingshan was probably smoking while driving, and a cigarette butt accidentally dropped on the firework and ignited them. Zheng Ming, have you checked if Yi Jingshan was a smoker? Well, he secretly smoked and was seen by several of his patients. He did smoke. I saw him do it. I was gonna say, the more you want to hide it, the more likely you'll get caught. Anyway, why did he hide the fact he was a smoker? The more you want to hide it, the more likely you'll get caught. What just happened? What's wrong, Lixon? That's incorrect. There's something wrong. Lixon? Lixon must have thought about something. Don't disturb him. She must know about my special powers. A normal person would stop me. Do you want to smoke? Oh, don't tell anyone about my smoking. I always tell the old folks to smoke less, and I can't justify if I find out that I smoke too. Now I think about it, Yi Jingshan seemed to have deliberately smoked in front of me. He did it on purpose? Misleading the evidence? But why did he pretend to smoke? He's not really dead. He's pretending to be dead. Why would he pretend to smoke? Everybody's lying. She was smoking. Uncle Wang, why am I here? Who gave me the pack of cigarettes? Yo, Yan, my leg is in pain. Will you go to the pharmacy and pick up some medicine for me? Go to one of the west of the town. Don't go to East Clinic. Sure. Get some rest, Mom. Don't push yourself too hard. Dr. Yi, will this plan really work? I don't understand anymore. Who's the murderer? Who do you think has the most say in the Tian family after Tian Yu's death? They suspected that they have an affair between them. And maybe he offered me the idea of pretending to be Tian Yu. My father-in-law. No, it's still Tian Yu. You also know that your in-laws trusted the witch very much before, but who they believed is not the witch, it's Tian Yu. This is a rare opportunity. He's a cold-hearted manipulator murderer. That's what he is. Look at his cold dead eyes. He's such a bad guy. You need to pretend to be possessed by Tiny. I told you! He's such a bad guy! Look at him! Evil! You need to pretend to be possessed by Tiny You and get your in-laws to trust. That way you'll get the chance to escape with Fang Fang. But will they believe it? Mrs. Zhao, the Tiny You smoked. Yeah, he used to smoke the same brand of cigarettes as you do. I don't smoke. A patient's family member gave it to me just now. Wait. So he doesn't smoke. So why did he lie to me about smoking? I'm just holding the cigarette in my hand and you mistakenly thought I smoke. Apply the same principle. Do what Tiny You often did. After a while, they believe that the soul summoning is working. Lastly, you need to mimic one key behavior to convince them that you're truly possessed. It's something you would never do. Eat the fish. I hate eating fish. I feel sick every time I smell it. I've never had a bite of fish since I married into the Tyan family. But Tiny You loved eating fish. Then you'll slowly adapt to eating fish during this period of time. I can prescribe some anti-vomiting medicine for you. However, the medicine's efficiency is limited and the adoption process will be painful. I understand. I'll do anything as long as I can get Fang Fang out of here. Okay, so maybe they didn't have an affair. He's just offering her a way to kill... well, I don't know if they plan to kill them. But a way to get Fang Fang out. But that would mean that he has a motive for murder because Yang Rong broke his ribs. Lixin, did something come to your mind? Captain Liu, Yi Zhengshan's death is too strange. I don't have time to explain it now. I want to take a look at his body. The only one who would know such a thing would be Yong Yang, the mother. Is she still the murderer? Who knows? Hello, Daniel. I don't have time to explain. I want to take a look at his body. No problem. I handle things in Hui's side. Zhang Min, set up roadblocks on the main road in town. Report to me right away if you encounter anyone suspicious. Roger that. He's not going anywhere on my watch. Lixin, I'll wait for the outcome. Understood, Captain. I won't let you down. So wait, you think the teacher did it? The body in the car might be Miss Chen. She did go missing after all. Didn't they confirm that the body was the doctor? The autopsy room is at the end of the hallway. Oh, I'm curious what we're gonna see on the body. I knew it wasn't that simple. I knew it. I'm just so smart. I'll save the footage, just in case. Tan's family's crime scene photos are hanging on the wall. Exploring the Tan's house was like a dream. After learning what everyone in the Tan family went through, I feel surreal looking at the way they died, as if I just woke up from a dream. Please don't be a body full of hair again. No more creepy stuff. The charred skeleton can be vaguely seen through the white cloth. The strong smell of fireworks greets you alongside the remaining warmth. It's as if the bones are still burned deep inside. Who are you? Are you Yun Hui? I am Lin Lixon. I'm new here. Oh, are you the rookie who passed out during the first dispatch? Anger. Never mind. Zhang Ming wasn't any better when he just joined the team. Captain Lu told me beforehand. You want to know if this body's my senior schoolmate Yi? Yi, your senior schoolmate? I used to call him like that. Zunui, you and Dr. Yi graduated from the same school? We both graduated from Shancheng Medical University. He graduated 2 years earlier than me. Did Dr. Yi study forensics as well? I would say he was half forensic. Well, during an autonomy class, he found something's wrong with the organ of a donated corpse that died from a heart attack. Later, the lecturer invited the head of the forensic medicine department, a renowned individual in forensic science, Professor Liu Yoguiyong, to perform an autopsy. After Professor Liu's autopsy, it was determined that the donated corpse was killed by medicine that can cause myocardial infarction. The suspect was arrested soon after that, and Yi became a star on campus. Professor Louis hoped that Yi could work with him. Although Yi's department didn't let him go, he investigated many cases with Professor Liu. That's why Dr. Yi said that he knew a lot of cops. Yeah, everyone thought Yi was a rising star in the forensic field, but after graduation he opened a small clinic in town. I heard that it was because his patient didn't want him to be a forensic doctor. They believed that this job would bring them bad luck. Professor Liu was also my supervisor. He seemed devastated every time this was brought up. Sorry for talking so much. It's okay. I want to know more about Dr. Yi anyway. Let's get down to business then. You want to know if the corpse is Yi Jingshan, right? Yes, and we need to do it as soon as possible because we're running out of time. It won't be easy because Yi Jingshan was adopted and we couldn't find his blood relatives for many years. Additionally, there are too many samples in the clinic. Analyzing them one by one will take too long. Xing Yui, there is a way to determine in a short time. Oh, what is it? Come on, tell me how to do my job better than me. Come on, do it. Just ask him. I see. I didn't expect you to know this. So, is this method feasible? It surely is, but the bones are severely damaged. Putting the bones back into their original arrangement is a lot of work. The trainee my superior sent hasn't arrived yet. If I do this alone, it will take a long time. Oh, I will help you. So is there any other way? I was hinting that you should help me, silly. He's a rookie, you can tell. Alright. Step aside, ma'am. Let me figure out who did this. So first of all, we take this bone, put it here, and then, come on, fit in. Ah. And then we take that bone and put it to where exactly? Not here. I guess I'll put it inside for now. What other bones? What bones can I pick up? Oh, just the ones on the side. I see. Well then, I'll put this here for now, as I figure out what the heck am I supposed to connect. Where does this go? Yeah, I don't suppose it goes over there. Oh, I have a button to rotate. I did not notice. I looked at the controls because I was like, nothing is connecting. There we go. Ah, but that fits. So that goes over here, right? Because of the charcoal. Um, hold on. So where does this go? Well, I think we figured it out. Everyone is the murderer. Your hypothesis was right. Thanks for your hard work. I'll report this to Captain Lou. So who is this? Yu Yai, I know it's bad news regardless of whether Dr. Yi is dead or alive. There may be a hidden truth in this case. We'll definitely find him and ask him for the truth. Okay, thanks, Li Yun. You can use the phone in the office to contact Captain Lou. So, I don't know. Whose body is this? The identity of the corpse has yet to be confirmed, so my work isn't over. Okay. Hopefully the bones won't come back and kill the forensic. That would be a shame. Hey, Captain Lou. Listen, how are things going there? Ziyu has confirmed that the body isn't Yi Jingshan. Good, Lixin. Good thing that you noticed something was off. You're so smart. You can always find clues that others can't, just like your dad. We're going to check the bus station and train stations. He's not going anywhere. Captain, can I ask you a favor? Chapter 7. Incinerate. Can I borrow an AA battery? Yixing-shan. Officer? How'd you know it was me before I even started to talk? Almost no one knows this number. You answered the call from this number at the clinic phone market owned by the Tyans. I guess you memorized the number back then. You're very smart, Yixing-shan. You almost fooled everyone. You're the real killer, and now we're gonna bust you. But not you. If you had taken that train just now, your plan would have succeeded. What the heck? Why wouldn't he board the train and run? Don't tell me he feels guilty now. Yixing-shan, we have you surrounded. I mean, you could have literally just boarded the train and then I would have looked like an idiot, but you're surrounded now. I asked my superior for some time to ask you some questions alone. You got me. I have nothing to say. This isn't an interrogation, it's an equal communication. Someone once taught me to exchange questions for question. Mrs. Chen. You probably also have a lot of questions for me. What's the point of doing this? I know you didn't poison the family. I don't want to pin it on the wrong person, but I also want to know why you did what you've done. I don't know what you're talking about. You've treated me as a pawn ever since I entered the clinic. You led me to investigate the Tyne family case because you have created a new suspect for the case. You pretended to be a smoker in front of me, so I'd believe that you were burned to death in the fire due to your smoking habit. This way, Zhao Yongyan could be cleared of charges, and the real murderer would be burned to death while you escaped. I answered your questions. Now it's your turn to answer mine. Why did you help Zhao Yongyan escape the Tyan family? I was trafficked here as a kid, but the townspeople are unaware of this. I barely share this secret with people. So that's the part that I missed when I accidentally skipped earlier. Zhao Yingyan was trapped here just like me. I helped her just like helping my patients. Her illness came from this place, so living here was her best treatment. It's my turn to ask a question. How did you discover that I wasn't dead? I literally fumbled with some bones until I was like, yep, this doesn't look like a doctor. Your plan was very thorough, but the corpse gave you away. Which part of the body gave me away? The fact that it's probably a female. The ribs. Your ribs were broken by Tian Yongrong. Under normal circumstances, even if your ribs had recovered, there would be fibrocartilage calluses. Other forensic experts spent the whole night putting the ribs together and found out that the ribs didn't have any calluses. Seemed like I underestimated your forensic expert, which is, someone who was your classmate. The forensic expert was none other than the student of the famous Liu Yong. She was your schoolmate. Checkmate, idiot. It's my turn to ask a question. Why did you try to take the blame? I've thought of the worst scenario when I helped Zhao Yongyang develop an escape plan, but I didn't expect that the situation would get much worse. After her death, people called her a madwoman, a psycho, a murderer, which I didn't expect either. It was my plan that killed Zhao Yongyan and Fang Fang. I should be the one to bear the charges. Dr. Yi, no one could predict that things would go in that direction. That was just my first reason. My second reason. Since I was a child, my adoptive parents kept telling me that I was abandoned by my biological parents. My adoptive parents arranged a lot of things that I didn't want. I never resisted. I wanted to repay them for the kind act of nurturing me. They didn't tell me the truth until they were on their deathbeds. They've been deceiving me for their whole life. After they passed away, I didn't shed a tear, nor did I feel relieved. The name Yi Jingshan still trapped me here. I wanted this name to bear all the charge, and I will start a new life with a new identity. Any other reason? That counts as another question. It's my turn to ask. I left you with a question during our first call. How did you find the clues? Yeah, that's the first call. He was like, yeah, let's talk in the clinic when we meet again. I investigated the Tyan family. I can communicate with the dead. There is a saying in the field of forensics that forensics is a professional that can communicate with the dead. Yeah, but that's just an analogy. I can also communicate with the dead. I can see into their past. I know secrets that only the dead knows. So you're lucky. If I was not able to look through magic, I wouldn't be able to actually spot you. So, good job, I guess. Mission successfully failed. Perhaps this unreasonable answer is the most reasonable. Can you continue to answer that question now? The last reason. Leaving Qingtan was Zhao Yongyang's will and her expectation of me. On the day of the incident, she came to the clinic to buy medicine. Dr. Yi, do you have any King Jan's brand cough medicine? I happened to restock a batch recently. I'll get a pack for you. Thank you. Oh, Dr. Yi, Fang Fang and I will leave Qingtan next month. I came to say goodbye. I don't know if we'll have a chance to meet again in the future. Mrs. Zhao, the last step of the plan is that you have to go somewhere even I won't be able to find. The ideal scenario is not to meet up again. I saw him smirking. However, if we're destined to meet again, maybe we will meet somewhere in the world. Oh, a while ago, my father-in-law won 4 cruise tickets. My in-laws don't like to travel far, so I gave one to Mrs. Chen, and I wish to give the last one to you. You've been in town for such a long time, you should go out and relax. Dr. E, the infusion bottle is almost empty. Okay, I'll change it right away. I'm sorry, it's autumn and there are many patients in the clinic. I'm overwhelmed. Mrs. Al, thank you for your kindness, but... It's okay, I'll reserve it for you. Tell me if you want to go one day. Sure, thank you. Is that how tickets work? You can just keep it as long as you want? I don't think so. She was a respectable person. She was not only saving herself, but as me as well. I didn't understand at that time, but it was too late when I did. After she died, I told myself that I should try to leave. She wouldn't want you to leave in this way. But I'm the type of person that can't move forward without being pushed. And when I finally decided to move forward, I realized I was still trapped. You obviously had the opportunity to get in the train before I showed up. Officer Lin, do you see the mountains ahead? They're like piled up ashes. When I stare at them, I feel an indescribable confusion and fear. Maybe there's just a mass of lifeless ashes, or maybe they're still smoldering inside. I feel as if I can see my biological parents. Their figures are vague. They are wandering through the mountains like ghosts. Their mountains are open and they're calling out. Maybe calling my name. But I've forgotten my original name long ago. I didn't understand until then that I'm homeless. There isn't any place for me in the world. A home that was once warm, the people who can accompany me, have been buried in these mountains of ashes. Dr. Yi, do you have any questions? I have no more questions. I only have one request. Oh no, he's gonna die. He's now gonna kill himself, I know it. Officer Lin, please forget the conversation just happened. I'm the criminal who killed 3 Tian family members and caused Zhao Yongyan to commit suicide. Yijing Shan, you're suspect of arson and desecration of a human corpse. You're under arrest in accordance with the law. Oh, he's not gonna jump into the train and die. After reinvestigation, the police discovered Yijing Shan's falsified evidence of him killing the Tian family. So they found out he's not guilty. The identity of the burned corpse was also confirmed. It was Wang Zhengkai, the owner of the small store. Isn't that unfortunate? Yijing Shan was prosecuted for arson, desecration of a human corpse, and falsifying evidence. The Tian family murder case was back to its original state. The case was closed again. Actually, I still have one more question for Yijing Shan. I want to know if another person was also involved in his plan. I don't think he will answer this question. I also have my own answer. I will keep this answer in my heart forever. Ah, Listen, what do you see this time? There is nothing but a blank white space. Where is the hearsay carrying your father? I then continued to chase the hearsay. I stopped and watched it until it disappeared from my sight. Why didn't you chase it? I just saw the miseries in this world. I also saw souls struggling painfully in it. I shouldn't have chased after my dad's honor and glory. There are still people suffering at the bottom of the dark abyss. That's where I should go. Oh, he's such a hero. He's such a nice guy. Also, if you chased after it, it would essentially be like clinging on the soul. So, I guess that was the right thing. Unless, if there is another killer. There are several announcements posted on the public bulletin board. The obituary. A volunteer teacher of Qingtan Primary School, Chen Qingxi, has passed away at the age of 27. Hereby notified, Culture and Education Office of Qingtan Town Government. So she is dead. Reporting the tomb robbery. Recently, Quincy Times has reported on the tomb robbery in Qingtan Town, which has caused an outcry. Quincy Times reporter conducted a secret investigation and found a tomb robbery syndicate led by Tian and had existed for a long time and had engaged in tomb robbery and sales of cultural relics. As the tomb robbery cases surfaced, the cultural relic trade exposed were even shocking. According to the ledger, which was made public by Qingxi Times, there were hundreds of buyers. Currently, Qingxi municipal government has gathered forces from all walks of life to protect Qingtang's cultural relics and crack down on illegal and criminal activities. Well, I didn't see the name anywhere of the reporter, so I guess they did grant her the request. I actually doubt they posted that story. It would put their own executives at risks. But oh well. And this is where she may be. To Qingxi Times editorial office. A few days ago, someone found this letter downstream. It's completely damaged after being soaked in water. To Qingxi Times editorial office, Qingxi City, was written on the envelope. It was signed by Chen Qingxi. The letter is soaked and damaged. It is impossible to read what was written. We speculate based on the fragmentary content that this is a resignation letter because they wouldn't post all the names. Mrs. Chen probably wanted to quit her job at the press and stay here to continue teaching. However, this letter didn't make it to the destination because they probably killed her. Oh, that's so cute. Hopefully not another body's being burnt somewhere. Mrs. Chen's funeral is being held in town today. According to the custom here, there will be fireworks at the funeral. People believe fireworks can help missing souls find their way. This is a funeral without the body of the deceased. It sounds absurd. But if we spend 2, 3, 5, 10 years looking for Mrs. Chen, who would hold a funeral for her by then? Will anyone remember her? Damn, was she really killed by the company? I guess they were afraid that she would spill the beans. Epilogue, like tears in rain. Achievement unlock, and I think it's a picture of Queen. Mrs. Chen. Mrs. Queen. And my guess is that the song being played right now is Farewell, which is the song she liked. Oh yeah, it is. Dang, I really thought the body was Miss Chen. Well, technically she's still dead. Or missing. Because ideally, if she gave the resignation letter, she would want to stay being a teacher. But since she's missing, I presume she's dead. And since we found the thing by the lake, my guess is that they killed her by the lake. That's just my guess. That was Fireworks.